As a kid growing up, you know, I didn't do a lot of fishing growing up. I was into horses. I rode horses all my life. Long story short, I picked up fishing, but you know, it's all I knew was horseback riding. And we did team penning and range sorting, and I won 3 World Show titles. I mean, it was incredible. I love it. I miss it sometimes, but you know, every time I get back home from a horse show, we'd live on a big farm and we had a couple ponds, and I'd always ask my grandpa to go fishing, take me fishing. Doing that, looking back as a kid, you know, there's a bunch of memories and pictures that I'm sure will be included in this show, and crazy, like it's almost like I was made to do this. Because, you know, horseback riding, I got burnt out on it, been all over the country, and I just got tired of it, and I don't think I could ever get tired of bass fishing. Like the competition, it rolls over into bass fishing. Like we all thrive on the competition, and all you want to do is beat the guy in front of you. Like I want to beat every single guy in this parking lot. And you know, as a competitor, that's where the instincts come into play. And it was the same for me as riding horses. Like I wanted to be the best. In the same way in fishing, I want to be the best there is. And you know, is it accomplishable? Yes. Is it hard? Absolutely. You know, so it's just a drive, man. It's the competition that we all live for. Just like in blast off in the morning, you know, I'm already thinking about the first bass I'm going to catch and what everybody's got. So you know, it's amazing. Just the feeling of the competition is what drives this sport. Always throw your cover on in Florida because the dew is insane in the mornings, especially when it gets cold. Nothing like sitting down and having a wet seat. Yeah, practice, man, has been, it's typical Florida, you know. It's hard to get bites, for me at least. I just struggle in Florida, but you know, you listen to a bunch of pros and a bunch of anglers are like, you know, Florida could be really good or really bad. So, you know, I'm looking to survive. And what I mean by that is, you know, just I'll take a 70th place and go to the house, basically. Of course, I want to win, you know, but in my head, I'm like, I'm just, you know, you got to go out with the mentality of first winning, because I did that 2 years ago when I fished the Opens. I worried so much about, well, I got to catch 12 pounds to survive. So, you know, I'm really not going to put that in my head. I'm just going to try to go out there and catch as much as I can and, you know, let the chips fall where they may. But last couple days have been, you know, yesterday was my best day. I had 7 bites all day. Days before that I had, you know, 2 or 3 or even 1. But, you know, the lake's fishing really small right now. There's about 4 areas. And, you know, all 225 guys are going to be there on those areas, and it's just going to be a goat roping, basically. But, you know, that's what happens. I tried getting away from it last year when I was here, tried getting away from the crowd, and absolutely got my teeth kicked in. So we're joining the crowd this year. What's the bet at Prince or Receipt? 0 to 1. Surprising. All right, guys, it's the last day of practice here for stop number 1, the Bassmaster Opens on Lake Okeechobee. We're putting in here at Clewiston where the tournament's out of. You know, we have a half a day today. We're gonna run way down south and you know, expand on our area, but try to get some more little zones that we can get some bites in, and you know, hopefully we find another area, because practice has been tough, guys. I mean, it's been brutal. We got a cold front. I'm bundled up in Florida. It was 85 like 3 days ago, so we got a lot of work left to do, but it's Lake Okeechobee. There's big bass in here, and it's gonna take some daggum weight. So I'm excited. Sun's coming up, beautiful morning, and last day of practice, half day. So I'm switching to a Strike King Tungsten Thunder Cricket. been going back and forth between a thunder cricket and a cutter worm. And the water down here is super stained for, you know, Florida. You know, always all you hear in Florida is fine, clean water. But man, this year has been, it's a little different down here. It's a lot more stained, you know, and that's just part of it though. They still live out here, and I think a reaction bite's, you know, your best option. You know, you can go kind of fast, you ain't got to really slow down, or I'm not going to at least, but just cover a lot of water and try to put it in front of them as many as you can until you get that bite. It's kind of what I've noticed anyways. No, I mean, so for me, you know, one tournament at a time is a big deal, because you gotta get through the first one before you can get to the next one. So I mean, I take it one day at a time, one tournament at a time. You know, if you try to start thinking ahead, you're gonna just get spun out basically, you know. And it's like I said, it's been a terrible practice, but I've just taken it day by day and trying to stay positive. And you know, because Florida is the type of tournament, starting the year out, you know, this can make or break your whole season. I finished dead last year, dead last. So, only place we can go is up. Yeah, last day of practice here, and you know, like I said, we come down here where I'm going to spend my tournament, and no, I already think today is, you know, worth it. Got 2 bites and another different little zone on top of the zone where I'm fishing. So, you know, that's always a good thing, expanding on where you're going to spend your tournament at. So, all it did, you know, is give me a lot more confidence, and doing this type of stuff with this many boats, and that's what you need, is a lot of confidence, because it's gonna, I mean, you're gonna see guys catch them around you, and it's gonna, you know, you just can't let it mess with your head. So I'm just gonna come into this zone right here we're at and lock her down, and probably not pick the trolling motor up till it's time to go in. So I do have a little backup place. I got a little zone that I can catch some if I need to, I feel like. I went in there yesterday and checked it and had quite a few bites, shook a bunch off. So it's just a little place they're spawning at. I don't see going in there and catching a big bag. So that's why I'm not even gonna mess with it in the morning, just run straight down here and lock that thunder cricket in my hand and go to work. So with that being said, we're about done here. And big days tomorrow, day 1 of 2024 season, Bassmaster opens, chasing that Elite Series. I grew up in a family that don't know nothing about fishing, and you know, I just want to show people that if I can come out here and do it, anybody can come out here and do it, you know, as a younger generation. And I just think that's super cool and super important, because, you know, this sport's growing so much, and, you know, leaving those footsteps is a big goal of mine. I really didn't know tournament bass fishing was for me until that first local tournament, and it's like, you know, that got your boat won, you're good to go. You know, you blast off, and there is no other feeling in the world like what I'm gonna feel in the morning when we blast off for day 1 of the Bassmaster Opens here at Lake Okeechobee. You know, just running down the lake, balls to the walls, as fast as your boat will run, and there's not another feeling in the world like it. You know, day 1 of the 2024 season is about to kick off at Lake Okeechobee. I feel good. Got some decent sleep last night. You know, first tournament of the year, I got the little jitters, so I'm excited to get out there. But the wind's blowing quite a bit. It's going to lay off as the day goes on. But you know, we're going to go out there and get amongst the boats and wind around the thunder cricket and see if we can get bit. You know, this tournament is the first one of the year at Florida, and you're either really behind or, you know, you made up a lot of ground right off the rip. And what I mean by that is because Florida is a wild card. You could either have a really good event or a really bad event. So it's very, very important that, you know, we keep those triple digits off our record here. I'd be so happy with the 40th place finish. Of course, I want to win, but, you know, I'm ready to go out there and see what happens because, you know, today is going to be a lot of it, what's going to, you know, progress throughout the week. I feel like, you know, a good day 1 could lead to a good day 2 and maybe a day 3. So we're going to keep that in the back of our head and roll with it. There's number 1. Little thunder cricket. Skinny one already spawned. Got to start with 5 or 1 at a time. Let me rephrase that. 1 bite at a time. Big one. God, he hit it like a freaking freight train. Just like that, guys, they're starting to bite a little bit. I mean, I just caught several right here, right off the rip. So I mean, maybe it's at that time of day to where they'll start easing around and getting more active. I mean, it's a good sign. We don't have much weight, but like I said, you know, we're catching them, so we're around them. That's the biggest thing. There's plenty of big ones out here. They're biting. Oh. So started out the morning, knew it was going to be tough. Like we said in practice, you know, the later it gets, the better they start biting. But I just stuck a tungsten thunder cricket in my hand, and I caught 2 back to back about 9:30, kind of settled me down a little bit. And then I picked up a cutter worm about an hour later and just had like 5 or 6 bites back to back to back. You know, 12 pounds starting out, I'll take it. We got a lot of work left to do, but I mean, we're right there in that range where we can go out tomorrow and bust a big bag. And the area I'm fishing in does have big ones, so we just got to get a couple of them in the boat.
It's weird like that.
Yeah, I was just worried about bombing more than anything, because Florida's that deal. So I'll take it. I mean, you catch it, you know, you catch that weight right there, and then you throw an 8-pounder, you got freaking 16 pounds. That did get a big bite. You know, that's just everything.
Tristan McCormick, former college bracket champion. He's fished the Classic before. 2 years actually, former Opens champion. We're back this year as an EQ. We're getting started at 5 fish. We're 12 pounds, 2 ounces, 47, so that's not bad. We're in striking range.
Yeah, not bad. I just didn't want to bomb today. I tell you what, Hank, it feels good to be back on bass, and I feel right at home. And we're shooting Kings of Bass. If y'all follow along YouTube, Strike King and Lose, me and Dakota Ebear, we're filming all 9 of the EQ. So make sure y'all tag along and go try to catch a big bag tomorrow.
Right down, you, Tristan. Good luck this year. The season, good start. Trevor McKinney,
thank you.
Former college bracket champion.
Yeah, to the release boat.
Yeah,
thank you, brother. So I had 12-2, you know, that's probably gonna be about middle of the pack, but I didn't bomb. I'm right there in that range to where if I can go catch that tomorrow and then catch a big one, I'll move way up because weights are super tight on Okeechobee. Once it gets past like 20th place, because, you know, there's a bunch of big bags being weighed in, but, you know, most everybody has 12 to 14, 15 pounds. So, you know, that's 1 bite in the bag I had today. I put a 4 or 5 pounder in there, I have that, so that's what we're looking for tomorrow. So, you know, being out there on the water, doing what I love to do, it's enjoyment every day of my life. And, you know, when that 5th one hit the deck today, we got pretty excited just because, you know, it's the first derby of the year. You don't want to start the year out with coming in without a 5-fish limit. So, you know, it gave me a lot of confidence. I was happy and just got to settle down. It's like a bunch of weight off your shoulders like once that fifth one hits the box, even if they're little. But you know, gotta have momentum, gotta be positive, and keep trucking along. About to get on our way here at day 2, just got the boat in the water, I'm tired. And that's the crazy part, like, you know, you practice for 5 days, you think you won't be tired, but tournament days it just drains you mentally and physically. And, you know, we still got a lot of work left to do today. We had 12-2 yesterday, I believe, so we're sitting like in 70s, so. You know, if I can go out and catch that again, I'd be completely happy with it. But, you know, I hope I can get that 12-pound and then, you know, maybe get a big bite and shoot up a little bit up the leaderboard. So, I don't know, we'll see. About the only thing that changed from yesterday is we got a warmer morning. It's in the mid-50s, so that helps. You know, the faster that water temp gets back closer to 70, I think the better they're going to bite. So that's what we're doing, fingers crossed, and we'll see. Tournament day 2, I'm gonna have to have a big bag if I want to, you know, have a chance to fish tomorrow, which, you know, that would be absolutely amazing. But like I said, we're looking to catch as much as we can and let the chips fall where they may, and, you know, try to get out of here, out of Florida with a good finish, get the season off started good. Day 2 here is, as you can tell, a big difference from yesterday. Flat calm out here, and we're really having to slow down and just go methodically, very slow. And I think that's going to be the deal today. I can't really chunk and wind. I'm just dragging a worm around right now, and it's caught a really nice one. So I don't know, we're just going to stay in this area again today and hunker down and see what happens. Hopefully they start biting here in a little bit. Yeah, so like I said, we're just gonna stick in this area right here and hunker down and, you know, just be methodical about everything we do and take our time and just try to catch as much as we can catch. I think they'll start biting here at some point today. But as you can tell, we're still chunking and winding, so we'll keep y'all updated. And well, I guess we'll see that weigh in here pretty soon too, so.
Get him?
No, 13. What do you have?
6.
Hey, what are you in, like top 10?
Catch him.
13.
13.
Yeah, survived. 93.
93? What'd you have yours today?
12. Survived it. That's all I cared about. All right, guys, day 2 is a wrap. Bassmaster Open here at Lake Okeechobee. In the grand scheme of things, we survived. We weighed in 13.6, I think, today, a little more than yesterday. But hey, listen, a little over 25. We'll get out of here with a decent finish and move on to the next one. But today was challenging, you know. Got down there this morning, caught one pretty quick. You know, there's a little bit of ripple on the water, and then it like flat calm, and it kind of freaked me out there for a second. Started pitching around the Ocho, just trying to get a bite, and you know, that was a challenging part of the morning. Then I just picked back up a strike king cutter worm and started throwing it around. I caught, like, my biggest one was a 3.7, so I was like, maybe I'll just, you know, do this. And it was weird, like, I hit a little area where I broke like 4 or 5 off. I really don't think they were bass, but they felt good when they hit it. But they could have been pike, they could have been anything, you know, so I'm just telling myself they weren't. But lost 1 3-pounder that definitely would have helped. But in all grand scheme of things, it wasn't a bad day. You can keep those big numbers off your scorecard, off your finishes for the year. You know, the end goal is to hopefully qualify for the elites, and that's all we're looking for. And however we got to do to get there, that's what we're going to try to do. And but hey, I appreciate y'all watching. This is going to be an amazing video. Me and Dakota both, we both enjoyed doing this and sharing this, you know, the Bassmaster Opens EQs with you guys. You know, what it's like, you know, the tournament life, you know, behind the scenes. So hope y'all like it as much as we do, and we appreciate y'all watching. So for all you young guys out there, you know, that's looking to pursue this path is, you know, becoming or fishing for a living, basically. Me and Dakota both, you can look at both of us. We didn't grow up in a fishing family. We both came out here and done this on our own. So if we can do it, I know you guys can do it. You know, it's just hard work and dedication, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of time away from home, a lot of time away from your family. But, you know, you set your mind to something, you write your goals down, you can definitely accomplish them. So that's my biggest advice to all young guys out there. If you got dreams, go chase them because they're definitely accomplishable.